Since the beginning of time, humans have imagined creatures that blend fear, mystery, and wonder. From fiery birds that rise from ashes to sea monsters capable of swallowing ships whole, these legends remind us how people once tried to explain the unknown. Today, we are counting down 10 mysterious creatures from around the world, and trust me, you'll want to hear them all. Number 1. The Phoenix. Our journey begins with one of the most famous creatures of all time, the phoenix. This magnificent bird appears in ancient Egyptian, Greek, and Roman myths. With feathers of red, gold, and purple, the phoenix was said to live for centuries, sometimes as long as 500 years. When it grew old, the bird would build a nest of aromatic wood, burst into flames, and be consumed by fire. But from the ashes, a brand new phoenix would rise. For many cultures, this symbolized immortality, hope, and the eternal cycle of life. Even today, we still use the phrase rising from the ashes when describing resilience. The phoenix is not just a creature, it's a timeless symbol of rebirth. Number 2. The Kraken. From fire, we dive straight into the ocean, home of the terrifying Kraken. Originating in Scandinavian folklore, the Kraken was described as a monstrous sea creature, resembling a squid or octopus of unimaginable size. Sailors told tales of ships being pulled beneath the waves by massive tentacles, never to return. The ocean, vast and unexplored, was the perfect breeding ground for stories of beasts lurking below. Today, scientists know of the giant squid, which can reach lengths of over 40 feet. Imagine one of those brushing against your ship in the 1600s. It's no wonder sailors thought of the Kraken. Even now, whenever we hear of strange creatures from the deep, the legend of the Kraken still comes to mind. Number 3. The Unicorn. Not all mythical creatures are frightening. Some are symbols of beauty and purity. Enter the unicorn. This elegant animal, resembling a horse or goat with a single spiraling horn, has been part of myths from India and China to medieval Europe. Unicorns were said to be gentle, elusive, and nearly impossible to capture. In Christian art, the unicorn became a symbol of innocence and even Christ himself. But its horn, called an alicorn, was believed to hold magical powers, curing disease, neutralizing poisons, and bringing good fortune. For centuries, traders sold narwhal tusks and rhinoceros horns as unicorn horns to kings and nobles for outrageous prices. Whether real or imagined, the unicorn has galloped through human history as a symbol of wonder and purity. Number 4. The Yeti. High in the icy Himalayan mountains roams a mysterious beast, the Yeti, also known as the Abominable Snowman. Described as a massive, ape-like creature covered in thick white fur, the Yeti is said to stand between 6 and 9 feet tall. For the Sherpa people of Nepal, stories of the Yeti were passed down for generations, often warning children not to wander too far into the snowy wilderness. In the West, fascination grew in the 20th century when explorers reported enormous footprints in the snow. Skeptics suggest these were made by bears, but believers insist the Yeti is still out there, hiding in the frozen peaks. Whether fact or fiction, the Yeti remains one of the world's most enduring mysteries. Number 5. Mermaids. Next, let's return to the water, where half-human, half-fish beings known as mermaids have enchanted and terrified sailors for centuries. In European folklore, mermaids were often seen as dangerous creatures, luring men to watery graves with their beauty and song. But in Africa, Mami Wata, the mother of water, is honored as a spiritual being of wealth, healing, and fertility. In Ireland, the Merrows were described as beautiful women with long green hair, living beneath the waves. The dual nature of mermaids, sometimes kind, sometimes deadly, shows how different cultures use the same creature to reflect their relationship with the sea. Even today, the idea of mermaids continues to capture our imagination. Number 6. The Grootslang. Now, we journey to South Africa and step into a dark cave said to be home to a terrifying beast, the Grootslang. According to legend, the Grootslang is one of Earth's oldest creatures, a gigantic serpent as ancient as time itself. Some stories claim it's so large it can swallow elephants whole. Its lair, known as the Wonder Hole, was believed to be filled with diamonds and treasure. The Grootslang's eyes were said to glitter like gemstones, giving it a frightening but majestic appearance. Most likely inspired by real African pythons, which can grow to enormous lengths, the Grootslang still represents humanity's fear of what lurks in dark, hidden places. Number 7. The Kappa. Moving to Japan, we encounter a mischievous and deadly water spirit, the Kappa. Kappa are small, human-like beings with scaly skin, turtle shells, and a hollow dent on top of their heads that holds water. This strange feature is the source of their power. If the water spills, they lose their strength. Kappa was said to live in rivers and lakes, waiting to pull humans, especially children, into the water. However, they were also bound by etiquette. If someone bowed to a Kappa, it would often bow back, spilling the water from its head and leaving it powerless. Half terrifying, half comical, the Kappa remains one of Japan's most iconic mythical beings. Number 8. The Chupacabra. From ancient myths, let's jump to a modern legend, the Chupacabra. First reported in Puerto Rico in 1995, this blood-sucking creature became a media sensation. Early reports describe it as a reptilian beast with glowing red eyes and spines down its back. Later sightings painted it as a hairless dog-like animal. The name Chupacabra literally means goatsucker, because it was blamed for draining the blood of livestock, especially goats. Scientists argue most cases were simply animals with mange, but the legend spread quickly through Latin America. Today, the Chupacabra stands as one of the most famous cryptids of modern times, a reminder that even in our high-tech age, myths can still be born. Number 9. The Kelpie. Scotland is home to many eerie legends, and few are as bone-chilling as the Kelpie. These water spirits often appeared as beautiful horses near rivers or lakes. Children would try to climb onto their backs, only to find themselves stuck fast, unable to let go. The Kelpie would then drag its victims into the water, never to be seen again. Some stories describe the Kelpie as a young woman, luring men to their doom. Yet, if a person could capture its bridle, they would gain control of the Kelpie and its immense power. Both feared and respected, Kelpies remind us how people once tried to explain the dangers of deep water. Number 10. Dragons. Finally, we end with perhaps the most legendary creature of all, the dragon. Dragons appear in myths from nearly every corner of the globe. In Europe, they were seen as destructive beasts, hoarding treasure and breathing fire. Knights and heroes often sought glory by slaying them. But in the East, dragons were revered. In China, they symbolized prosperity, wisdom, and good fortune. Unlike their European cousins, Chinese dragons don't usually have wings and are often linked to rivers and rain. To this day, the dragon remains a central figure in Chinese New Year celebrations, where a long, colorful dragon puppet is carried through the streets. Fierce or benevolent, destructive or protective, dragons remain the ultimate symbol of myth and imagination. And that wraps up our journey through 10 mysterious creatures from around the world. From rebirth and wisdom to chaos and fear, these beings tell us so much about how humans have always tried to explain the unknown. Which of these creatures fascinated you the most? Drop your answer in the comments. I'd love to know. And if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit like, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss a new story from the world of myths and mysteries.